I spent some time Sunday on a few Facebook threads. These were on the timelines of progressives I know through the folk music scene. As it became clear that Bernie Sanders had won the Nevada caucuses, the mood among these usually dour Trump haters was like Christmas morning. It was as if Santa had brought each of these aging folkies a hot chick in her 30s who loves guitar players and just inherited a fortune. They were beside themselves with joy. One thread was started by a lovely woman who manages a fingerstyle guitarist I know. She's about as politically astute as anybody else on that thread. It began with her mournful statement that she just might have to vote for Mike Bloomberg. But as the day wore on and it became obvious that Vegas was feeling the burn, she wrote a long reply to my own Bernie skeptical comment. She had completely forgotten her Bloomberg post and was now a full-throated Sanders supporter. What a difference a win makes. On another thread, I read a comment that I saw several more times before the day was through. This is how it happens over there. Somebody says something that sounds clever, and others repeat it. The idea then spreads like wildfire across the country. Collectivism. This particular idea will have legs because it deals directly with what I and others have pinpointed as the primary reason why Bernie can't win in the general election next fall. That would be that moderates will not vote for him. So what is the answer given by a leftist folk singer to that logical assertion? Well, it goes like this. Don't worry, the moderates know that Bernie won't get anything through Congress. Aha! And there we have it. The path to the White House for the old Bolshevik. We can get Bernie elected because everybody knows that he won't be able to do what he's promising to do. Fantastic. We can have our revolution without killing the free market goose that keeps all of us in gas money and guitar strings. We're possibly looking at the first entirely symbolic presidency. On the many occasions that I've talked about the aging lefty bucket list, I left something off. I talked about all the political firsts that old activist boomers need to check off before they check out. First black president, first woman president, first gay president, first Hispanic president, first Muslim president. Those are the top 5, but I was so focused on their never-ending identity politics that I forgot something that now seems obvious. First, communist president. Okay, maybe first socialist president is a little more accurate, but come on, people, Bernie Sanders is not even a Democrat. He left New York for the largely mythical state of Vermont many years ago to live in a commune. Been there, done that. He later became mayor of a small town on Lake Champlain, a stone's throw from the Canadian border. How small? Well, when I was there, I was looking for a Home Depot or a Walmart because I needed duct tape and a place to crash for the night. Don't ask. Burlington has neither of those things. That's how small a town Bernie was mayor of. A town so small that being mayor is usually something that Margie over at the post office does in her spare time. This place makes South Bend look like Cleveland. That is Bernie's administrative experience. All of it. And then he became the ineffectual senator from that same little state of 600,000 people, mostly organic farmers and guys who make wooden canoes in the barn. As Colin Quinn once said, that's like being the senator from Crate and Barrel. He's a crank. He's the definition of a crank. And he's leading the Democratic field. Oh boy. Saturday night, political handicapper Nate Silver had this to say. In addition to being the most likely winner overall, Sanders is by far the most likely Democrat to win the nomination with a majority of pledged delegates. Other candidates are mostly hoping for a messy outcome in which they win the nomination by plurality, potentially at a contested convention, unquote. So this is what I think. I think the progressives are actually enjoying the Trump years. The virtue signalers have been given permission to openly hate Donald Trump, and boy, oh boy, are they ever loving that. Trump allows them to feel smugly superior while enjoying all the benefits of a booming economy, so they don't really fear Sanders getting clobbered in November if the moderates take a powder. They will plaster their Subaru Foresters with a decoupage of Bernie Sanders stickers. They'll haul out their Birkenstocks and braid their ponytails and hit the streets along with their college-age grandkids. Door to door for the Burnmeister, just like the good old days. Why, they'll walk so far that they will feel the burn and a little bit of chafing. Good times. And whatever happens in November will be sweet desserts. If Donald Trump wins, it will just prove to them once and for all that America is an oppressive racist cesspool of capitalist greed. And if Bernie wins, the greedy capitalist politicians down in D.C. can be counted on to never let him get one thing done. This is the sweet spot for radicals from 19 to 91, to never have to live with the consequences of their own activism. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel and then click the little bell to get notifications.